Second, it's switching on. So now it should be working.
Okay, thank you. Hello? Work? Good. Hi, everybody. I will show you today the new age insurance, motor insurance solution based on blockchain. But before we start, let me explain you our vision, how we see insurance. Insurance is basically created of two kinds of costs. One is a boarding and relationship with the customer, and a second is a reservation of funds for claims and other things. So the 40% cost the boarding, relationship, 60% cost the risks. And I heard today by presentation some very nice example that somebody explained that there's a German post, you can give the letter, they put it in the scanner, then they send it per mail to another post office, then they print that and give it to the customer. So this is a digital email of German Post. So this is exactly what happened today in the insurance industry. They sitting with a lot of with a lot of papers, they sitting with an old process, and they can't do anything because the concept and philosophy on the insurance business is based on unknown them customer. They don't know a customer. They don't know, is this customer driving 10,000 kilometers a year? If you're driving quickly, if you're driving slow, what did he do? So what they do, they basically sell an airplane ticket to New York and to Lugano for the same price. Because they calculate altogether them risk. They say, hey, I sold for 100,000 people for 10 million, so this is my average of my risk. But it's bullshit. That's not right, because I'm driving 10,000 kilometers in a year, and I'm driving from Zug to Geneva. Another one driving to, Albania, 75,000 kilometers, have the same car, will pay the same money for the same insurance. It's not right. So what we created a new vision of insurance, motor insurance business. First of all, we create a scoring system. Scoring system which calculate where you drive, how quickly you drive, when you drive. So if you drive in the ice time and the rain, night, whatever, and how quickly you drive. If you're a crazy driver, more than 250 kilometers an hour, you are not our customer. Sorry. And if you drive more than 75,000 kilometers in a year, you're also not our customer. But then when we know our customer, we can calculate, and then insurance can really calculate the risk which they have. On the other hand, once we know our customer and we can calculate his tariff, it's another big bunch of money which sitting in insurance, it's hope that they don't have to prove any claim. All claims cost money, so it's easy to pay. So 60% of insurance cost is a fraud, friendly fraud, and that you don't know the customer, how long he drives, so premium for the risk. So what we do, we develop in Israel. In Israel, we have development center, which used to be one of the famous development team for anti-terror the research. We develop fraud detection and for fraud prevention, which allow us make reduction for claim allocation cost more than 20%. So boarding, different management of the claims give us ability reduce more than 50% of the cost. So what happened with insurance? Insurance cannot change anything. They have them people, they have them offices, they have them papers, they have to move from left to right, they don't have technology, and they cannot drop the 100,000 people in one day. So this is our advantage. We don't have the cars, expensive cars, we don't have expensive buildings, we don't have old-fashioned systems. We start with a new system based on blockchain. So our team, just two things. Myself, I was CEO of 1,600 people in Germany, development team in 13 countries. my colleague Raj Singh, worldwide opinion leader from Swiss Re Allianz, and today is by Aberdeen, the insurance. My team in Israel, the very famous investigator in anti-terror systems. Now, a few words about market. Sure, it's very big. We talk about $250 billion market. We talk about, in Europe, $120 billion market. So we believe and we know that we can make reduction minimum 50% for our customers. And no insurance can do that right now. Our first project run with 25,000 users. We know how it works. This year we believe to achieve 150,000 users, and from June we start all Europe. So in our ICO plan, it's acquiring from the license in Liechtenstein to get the ability to be an insurance company in all Europe, including Switzerland. The scoring model today working and allow us make precise models. Part of our team sold the company to Google. But before we sold to Google, we collect the data from 3 million drivers to give somebody real interesting mathematical idea about your tariff. You need data. No startup can create real trustable data. We had, in 5 years, 3 million drivers' data. From this data, we created our scoring model. That's why we think that we're the most advanced company worldwide. Now, about state of the art, and I'm sure we today one of the best fraud detection companies in the world. So what we develop, one of the problem, what we develop is, we call that fingerprint. We made digitalization of every car three-dimensional, and every touch of this car changes in a form, in a color, will create a fingerprint. I have to finish.
It means time.
So, last word about blockchain, I have to say about that.
10 seconds.
So the blockchain is basically, will be platform for our different services like fraud detection, fraud prevention, the boarding, scoring, and others can participate on this blockchain, and we will create a kind of contract which deliver information about every car and every content running through the blockchain. Okay, sorry.
All right, thank you, Genadi. So, please, any questions, Sven?
Regarding blockchain, which blockchain or DLT will you use? Ethereum. Okay.
Very interesting. It's a combination of business cases, actually, I think. So it's authentication and behaviorism, and also, of course, this scoring model, doing adaptive rates for insurances. So what's the long-term vision? Do you want to eventually exit to a large insurance company, or what is your strategy to do that?
I believe our fraud detection will serve all insurance companies in Europe because one of the big problems in the United States, right now was a newspaper. The people take broken door and go from garage to garage and sell it because insurers cannot divide. So the Allianz will pay for that, then it will go to AXA. So to protect themselves, and we're talking about billions of dollars, they have to buy the entrance to our blockchain to get this information. Then they will never pay twice.
So it would be a tokenization of the car, basically.
Yes.
Got it.
All right, further questions? Yeah, I will just go with...
You mentioned, what was it, that you sold this data that you base your information on to Google.
No, we sold, part of our team developed the digital cards maps and the accident maps for Google.
And from now on, how
the same team, we sold it.
Yeah,
and
but
now
it's
this
still-
team developed that, the
okay.
scoring models. Because, and also we develop our own navigation system, which are right now used by 1 million customers.
You still have access to
Yeah.
All right,
Where the
Ralph,
money is.
you have question?
You didn't get to the ICO. What are the principles of the ICO?
Yeah. We are in preparing to go to ICO. So, you know, I'm coming from traditional investment world. So I'm, you know, we're trying to merge world of blockchain with the investment like it should be done in my side, because I made IPO in 2000, it was different. But, yeah. But we was in those time more successful IPO in 2000 in different time. We right now preparing us in pre-ICO and looking how it works.
So good luck to you in your ICO, in your preparation. Thank you, Genadi.